Me? Did ya? Oh, I missed you too. Not you, Gary. Sit down.
Pick it up, pick it up. Is it dirt? Is it potato? Watch the screen and wait for the show. What's revealed, we're dying to know. Is it dirt or a potato? Check it out. Dirt or potato? Yes, I'm right, let's go. Dirt or potato? It's the game that steals the show. Look at the picture, don't make a mistake. Is it a spud or is it a face? Out of the ground or from his own behind? Dirt or potato, what will you find? Right on! Yo, can you tell what's underneath? A derpy mugshot or a root beneath? With every guess, we laugh and cheer. Is it dirt for a potato? Let's make it clear. Hang it up, give it a show. Dirt for potato, let's go. Skank it up, skank it out. Is it from the dirt or a funny disguise? Could it be a tater or a pair of eyes? What's in the ground or lurking around? Dirt or potato, where will it be found? Could it be smooth or full of lumps? Maybe it's grown on someone's big rump. Get your guess in, let's see what's true. Dirt or potato, it's all up to you. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Look at the picture, don't make a mistake. Is it a spud or is it a face? Out of the ground or from his own behind? Dirt or potato, what will you find? A pile of soil or a starchy friend? Guess it right and you'll ascend. Look real close, don't let it slide. Is it dirt or a potato waiting inside? Let's go, rude boys. The garden patch or a silly trick? Will you pick the right one or end up quick? Whether it's dirt or a golden spud, dirt or potato, here comes the flood. A mystery unfolds, what will it be? A lovely spot or dirt, can't you see? With every reveal, we're in for a laugh. Dirt or potato, it's the ultimate craft. Dirt or potato, guess it right, let's go. Dirt or potato, it's the game that steals the show. Beneath the earth or just pretend, a lump of soil or some dumb tread. Pick your choice, don't hesitate. Dirt or potato, now seal your fate. What's in the box, what will appear? A mash of dirt or something unclear. Make your move, we're almost through. Dirt or potato, it's all on you. Will it be fries or a dirty pile? Guess it wrong and we'll laugh for a while. Test your luck, it's time to go. Dirt or potato, let the guessing flow.
Hello everyone! Welcome back to the channel. I'm Craig, otherwise known as that ugly guy on YouTube. Sorry, otherwise known as FTFE. I've been away for a while. I went to Tenerife with my family. I look a lot darker than I was before. Apparently I've tanned pretty well. I did burn, but it's turned into a tan, so yay. A bit of red still left on my chest. I had a fantastic time, but you know what guys? I missed you all. I missed you all so much. I missed you, Rachbot. I missed you, Monkey Cat, Pat Pat. I missed you, Rubik's. I missed you, Borg Emporia. Gary, just, why are you even standing up? You know I'm not going to talk. Not you, Gary. Fuck's sake. But I'm back. And I'm here for the Wednesday night Kreg and Tune show. However, Tune's a little bit late because, well, basically, they found the bodies. Okay? They finally found the bodies, and Tune is currently on the run from the authorities and will be quickly creating a new studio in a place the authorities can't get to him. Apparently he didn't follow my advice to bury the bodies underneath some endangered flowers. So yeah, the bodies have been found. What do you mean I wasn't supposed to tell him that? Well, what was I supposed to say? He's late because he's at dinner with his family. Well, yeah, you're right. That would have made more sense. Guys, ignore what I've just said. They didn't find any bodies. Tune's obviously just a dinner with his family. Yeah. Emma, for €5 says, hope you had a great time in Tenerife, Craig. Love you. I love you too, you cunt. It's a Rubik's, who's been a member for 27 months, says, holy shit, 27 months. Hope you got the rest you needed in Tenerife. Also, we need an official Craig and Tune theme song. I'm exhausted from my Boston trip. Yes, Craig and Tune theme song and graphics coming up, do not worry. Tonight, once Tune has, checks notes, finished dinner with his family and not hidden from the authorities because they found the bodies. Once Tune has joined me, Tune and I will be going through the recent David Weiss video where he does his normal spiel. But what we're going to do is we're going to attempt to count how many lies David Weiss tells us. I think this may be impossible because every time he opens his mouth. Zumi says, just warn him against going to the NASA Bunker 34. Trust me, only the perverts go there. But you said you'd go there all the time. I don't know. Yeah. They found the bodies in Minecraft. No. Hey, Clive, how you doing? Hey, Peck, shut up. Baba Ali, JR Pence. Max, how you doing, my friend? It's good to see you. Max, of course, has recently gone through the horrific time of finding out that someone we all kind of got on with and worked with is a horrific child predator, and the channel that he did run with him, Matters Now, is now dead. I would want you all, as a personal favour to me, to go and register, subscribe to his new channel. Max, please pump that link in the chat. Oh yes, Rubik's, I'm definitely going to be there, do not worry. DebateCon 6 all the way. Right, so I want this over here. Sorry, I have broken my brain a second. Been away, forgotten completely how to run a stream. No, that's not this. Yeah, that one I do. Hey, so that goes there. Yes, give me one sec while I set up the stream that I should have done beforehand. Nope, that's the wrong one, because that's me. Yay. Peck gifted 5 memberships. Shut the fuck up, Peck. I mean, thank you very much, Peck. Yay. Hey, guys, everyone in the chat say, shut the fuck up, Peck. Now that I am back and refreshed after my trip away, I will be working very hard on rebuilding the channel with new graphics, new types of videos and everything. And I'm looking very forward to what I'm calling FTFE Phase 2. Now, right, recently, Flat Earth Dave does these things where he's got his script. And he goes through the same script every time on any person he comes across that he thinks that he can sell his app to. His app, that we all are aware, of course, leaks data. You know, like a lot. Leaks more data than SpaceX booster leaks fuel. And that leaks a lot of fuel. So we're going to go through this and listen to all of the lies that Dave Weiss tells. Now, I am concerned, right? Because I don't know if there's enough numbers, actually, that have been created. So I don't know. I don't know what to do after I get to infinity. Do I like? Because I'm blurry. Hey. Just realised I forgot to turn that on. Hold on. Oh, right. Not sure how long Tune's going to be, so we will just get started. I did tell him the best way to get rid of the bodies is chemical decomposition. And, sorry, I did tell him the best way to hurry up dinner with his family is chemical decomposition. What's wrong with that? You know what? I'm fed up with NASA in my ear. I'm just going to get rid of that, actually. Emma gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, Emma. Bert Reckle says, FTFE, you need rules. Does it count only once per breath, once per topic, once per blink? Well, we're just going to try and counterlize. It might be hard. That's what she said. And it does seem that the XP system is working, maybe? Rubik's at the top right now. Although it doesn't seem to be updating, so who knows? Right. So, are we ready to try and counterlize?
Our social media.
And I go, is this flat earth stuff really true? I'm in a rabbit hole. And he goes, welcome to the rabbit hole, my friend. He goes, you need to talk to this man. And he said, you. And then I said, oh, I've been watching him. So he got us connected. So I'm very excited to have you on my show. And I want to give you some time because before we dive into it, I want my audience to know who you are. Who are you?
He's a lying grifter. He is a scumbag that fleeces money off of people. He is an asswipe that throws his friends under the bus at the earliest opportunity. He is a geriatric con man that lies to old ladies that are on their deathbed. He's a piece of shit. He's someone that owes Critical Think nearly $500,000. He just spoke 4 words. There were 17 lies. Right, now, first of all, who is this JJ Truth Carol, right?
Say that
massive human trafficking. It's a record 288 people arrested.
they're not.
All right, JJ Carroll is author of the 2 Amazon bestseller books, Invaded and Treason. Carroll produced a documentary series, What is Treason? Trafficked and Invaded. Carroll's a 24-year veteran of the United States Border Patrol. Carroll has been a guest on several national... seems a bit MAGA to me, but I am going to try and contact them because anyone that gets scammed by Dearth, I like to go and try and tell them that they've just been scammed by Dearth.
I'm in a rabbit hole. And he goes, welcome to the...
JR Pence for $2 says, I bet more lies than minutes. Yeah, it's very true. Dihydromonoxide says, we getting a lie counter. No, I'm just going to keep it in my head. I haven't got a counter up and ready. Sorry. Icy Spin 199, Dearth, Truths, or Flat Earth Evidence? Which is a higher count? Right, I could probably put a lie counter on. Don't be lazy, Craig. Okay, so then if we take this and over here. There we go, you happy? Bloody lie counter that I have to update every time. Judge Writhy for $5 says, Dearth lies just as much as his app leaks data. And we all know how leaky his app is. Yes, extremely, extremely leaky. I imagine as leaky as Mark Sargent's underwear that his mum has to change all of the time. Oh, my cat, that totally is unsettling. Yeah, I do forget that's there sometimes. Although, just to punish you all for no reason. Right. So, DIRTHs doing his usual thing of going on a random person stream and lying to them about Flat Earth. For some reason, this guy's been mentioned Flat Earth, and he's like, "Oh, I need to speak. I need to speak to Flat Earth Dave because I want to get scammed." Icy Spin says truth counter will be less work. I wouldn't have to change it. Dihydromonoxide says, "Fuck's sake, Craig, I'm eating." Sorry, guys. Sorry, not sorry.
The rabbit hole, my friend, he goes, "You need to talk to this man." And he said, "You." And then I said, "Oh, I've been watching him." So he got us connected. So I'm very excited to have you on my show. And I want to give you some time because before we dive into it, I want my audience to know who you are. Who are you? How did you get into this? And then how did you become the premier expert on Flat Earth?
So
The premier expert. That's what he said, right?
My show. And I want to give you some time because before we dive into it, I want my audience to know who you are. Who are you? How did you get into this? And then how did you become the premier expert on
The premier... Yeah, he did say that. Oh, okay. I get why this guy's falling for Flat Earth straight away. He's not very smart. He's not the premier expert on Flat Earth. He's just a liar that doesn't understand physics. That doesn't make you an expert. That just makes you dumb. He's not an expert in Flat Earth as much as he is useless at everything else. Right? He is wrong about all of maths and physics, which just leads to the fact that he thinks the Earth is flat. Doesn't make him an expert in Flat Earth. It makes him brain damaged. Zoomy Tomato, who sent me that probe, yeah, here's a probe. Member for 40 months says, "New emoji just dropped. Even if you can't add it now, it's in your Discord. Much love, man. I missed you. I missed you too, you beautiful bastard, you." Caucasian Sensation, member for 40 months, says, "Dave's face is a lie." It's not a pleasant face, is it? I know he is displaying the app, but he hasn't really mentioned what it is yet, so...
on Flat Earth?
So I don't want to say I'm the premier expert. I'm just the guy with the loudest mouth that's out there the most. So I'm no dummy, but I'm not the smartest out of.
Yeah, what did they say about the dumbest being the loudest? Yeah, that makes sense. Although, I'm kind of shocked, right? Because Dave just told some truths. Listen, guys, listen to the truths he said.
This. And then how did you become the premier expert on Flat Earth?
So I don't want to say I'm the premier expert. I'm just the guy with the loudest mouth that's out there the most. So
Loudmouth out there a lot. True.
I'm no dummy, but I'm not the smartest.
There's one lie there, "I'm no dummy," but then it's followed by a truth, "I'm not the smartest." So, I mean, how many lies is that so far? Just one lie there. We're going to give him one lie. He's wearing my "I'm a dumbass, avoid me" t-shirt. Hey, Curious Debunks, how you doing, my friend? It's nice to see you. F-Grudge, glad to see you in the chat. Let's see if the XP system is working or not. Nope, it's still broken. YouTube, sort your shit out. Judge Rightly for $2 says, "Dave's face is in the cake, because the cake is a lie." And as I've missed you guys so much, I can treat you to some push-ups. Push-ups are getting easy for me because I've lost so much weight. I lost weight on holiday, which was impressive. So if we get 30 super chats in an hour, I'll do 40 push-ups. Because I haven't done that for you in a while. Bill Tetley, $5 says, "Welcome back, Craig. Hope your holiday in Tenerife was amazing. I sent you a DM on Discord, hoping you might be able to check it out. I will do after this, my friend." Oh, the XP system is working okay, but it's limited to 75 XP per hour. Oh, what fun's that? Right. So let's see if Dave's going to tell some more lies.
Out of everyone, there's a lot of really smart people researching this. And
Icy Spin says, "Did you work out on holiday, Craig?" Right, the plan was to, yeah, totally go and work out on holiday. And Monday, you know what? I did. I got up, I went to the gym, I had a good session, and then went and got my family and got breakfast and sat by the pool and stuff after that. But then I just didn't do it any other day. I was pretty knackered most days, to be honest. It was quite hard work on my leg. Even though I was on vacation, moving around and stuff, it was quite hard work on my leg, going to the water park and stuff. So yeah, I used the gym once. I've used the gym 3 times since I've been back. Wait, what day is it? Wednesday, yes.
You don't need to be like super high IQ to see flat Earth. It's so easy to see. You have to be.
Is that a lie or is that just stupidity? It's easy to see flat Earth, right? We've explained to him the things that he thinks he sees aren't actually flat Earth. So is that a lie or is that stupidity? Right, guys, 1 in the chat for adding a lie, 2 for it's just him being stupid. Aldeban says I should do a push-up for every lie that Dave tells, but they don't want me to die. Okay, 1, 2, 1, 3. 3 wasn't an option, Edison. Sort your shit out. All right, I'm going to give it a lie. Because he's been told that that's not a thing.
I don't know what you have to be super indoctrinated not to see it, but they've done a good job blinding us to it because we are programmed with the globe from infancy. You know, with you got a mobile of planets over your.
A mobile. God, why can't you guys speak properly? Is words hard? Dihydrogen monoxide $5 says, "Oh no, my new phone connects to and uses 5G. My brain is going to melt and explode according to conspirators. Whatever will I do?" It's all right, dude. The when you got your COVID vaccine, that had the little robots that would stop the brain melting happening. So as long as you had your COVID vaccine, you'll be fine with the 5G. TRC Griffin for £2 rather says, "Just wanted to say you're looking really well." Well, thank you very much. Actually getting bigger. Bill Tetley, $2 says, "It's a lie based in stupidity and a grift." Judge Rightly, $5 says, "Dirth equals Dirth is the real heathen." Don't forget, guys, when you super chat, you can make me say whatever you want. I am legally obliged to read whatever you put in a super chat. I am blurry. Just give me a second to sort that out. Eddie's Enigmas Mystery Show. Who are you, my friend?
Your head in the crib. You got NASA sheets, and Sesame Street has astronauts on, and every movie is globe. And in first grade and second grade, they teach you all of the globe nonsense. One of my earliest school memories was the teacher took us outside into the playground, got a rope and a bucket and water, spun it around, and said, "That's gravity." And as a little kid,
no, they did. That's definitely a lie, because no teacher would spin a bucket around and go, "That's gravity," because that's centrifugal acceleration. They're not the same thing. And unless you literally had a moron for a teacher, I mean, who knows? No teacher would ever have fucking said that to you. All right, Eddie, I tell you what, if you want to debate, not tonight because I'm doing this show and Toon's going to be coming on in a minute, but I'm free like pretty much any day this week. So if you want to send me an email, fighttheflatter@gmail.com, we will arrange a specific time to have a debate about whatever the topic is. Are you that Aether guy, possibly? Bill Tetley, $2 says, "Here's a test. Green Lantern sucks. Wolverine #1. Have I screwed up the goal or something by... Yeah, I've made it teal or only above. You know what? That's not fair. All right, we'll start the goal again. But actually, for any of them. Let's not let me do it. There we go. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, I don't want to rip you guys off. Any super chat counts. But the ones that were there before. So I'm ripping you off because I'm a scammer. Right, anyway, we need to add a lie there, don't we? What was the lie?
Kid on a bucket and water, spun it around and said, "That's gravity." And as a little kid...
No, they didn't. No teacher said that to you. Because that's not gravity and teachers aren't that dumb.
I said, doesn't the water have to be on the outside? Because, you know, if we have a globe, those water's on the outside. And the teacher goes like this. And he gets his book and he shows me all these highlights. And he goes, this is how they told me to teach it. So that's how I'm going to teach it. But you...
No, they didn't. That didn't happen. No, they... That's just such an obvious lie. Oh, a teacher told me this and it's not right, so therefore the Earth's not a globe. No. So the only options here were you hallucinated, or that wasn't actually a teacher and you just followed a random guy into a park. Yeah, that never happened. Right, guys? Here's me trying to start it.
Keep asking questions, right? and then I went and played on the swing. That's it. You know, and then 40 years later, I'm like, excuse me, I'm like, what? You know, so how did I get into this? I was doing a podcast called Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole out of New York City, and we're looking into all of the big deceptions. You know, New York, Connecticut, Boston. You know, everything. And people in the third year started sending me flat Earth stuff, and I was like, nope, delete.
Sorry, he's looking into all the deceptions. Did he just list a bunch of cities and say that they're deceptions? Does he think these cities aren't real? Yeah, he's getting dumber. Alright, guys, there is nearly 300 of you here. Thank you very much for joining me as I return to Flerf bashing. To let you all know, I'm sure that Tune will turn up at some point. He's nearly finished hiding the bodies, I think. And just to let you know also that there will be a lot of stuff coming on the channel this month. I'm excited as to what's to come. Things are going to change quite a lot. And I'm glad you're here for the journey. I've started a super chat goal because I haven't done one in a while. If you do 30 super chats in the next hour, I will do 40 push-ups in one go. Just because I like to exercise and it's a way to encourage me.
I'm like, you're annoying. Ban. I came up with ban for life. I just banned everybody from our social media that even suggested that I watch a 1-minute video. And then my friend Sophia Smallstorm, who did 9/11 Mysteries and Unraveling Sandy Hook, and she's like, Dave, I think the Earth might be...
So assholes then, that say things are false flags when they're not. Yeah, typical. I understand that. Bill Tetley, $1. Thank you very much, my friend. Kicking off the super chat goals.
Be flat. You need to look into this. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And then I said, okay, I'm just going to, and I didn't go into it open-minded. I didn't go, all right, let me see if the Earth is flat. I went into it going, let me disprove this nonsense, prove the globe, and shut all these idiots up. And for 2 weeks.
See, I can believe this, right? I'm not going to put this down as a lie for him because I can actually believe that this is the case. That he is too stupid to debunk the flat Earth. It makes sense to me, right? So I'm not going to count anything he said there as an actual lie. Bill Tetley with another $1. Thank you very much. Rachbot, $5 Australian. So great to see you back. Let's get this started. Hump the rug. Let's get it started in here. Bill Tetley for $1, thank you very much. Dihydrogen monoxide for £10. Says, I got 4 COVID vaccines. Does this mean I can now make all those nanobots concentrate the power in order to shoot lasers out of my eyes like Cyclops from the X-Men? Yes, that was the exact idea. But you need to have made sure you've got one from each of the brands, though. You can't just get 4 Pfizers. That's not going to work. You need a Pfizer. You need a Johnson's. You need all of them. And not exactly like Cyclops, because he accesses a dimension of pure kinetic energy to shoot out of his eyes, whereas you just get the power of lasers. Lasers aren't very good either. It's just like a pointer. It's kind of annoying, actually, because you can't actually see, and you've just got a crappy laser pointer in your vision. So, yeah, good job. Bill Tetley, $1. Thank you very much, my friend. That's 12 of the 30 super chats. 13, 14, 15. Doyle, thank you very much. Judge Rightly for $5 says Dearth equals dummy in the ruined house. Bill Tetley, and Sarah Jones and dihydrogen monoxide. Thank you very much, guys.
JJ, I couldn't sleep. I'm watching video after video. And at that time in 2014, YouTube would go, oh, you like that? Here's another relevant video. Now, just get propaganda. You just get nonsense. Like, it's like searching, is child trafficking really done by the government? Tell me what results you're going to get. You're not going to get your video. Your videos aren't going to come up. It's the same.
Yeah, people that type that actually should be on a kind of list. Brandon Contrast for $5 says, I would put the whole looked into it to disprove it as a lie, because that's literally what they all say to make it sound less embarrassing. Yeah, they were just too stupid. They couldn't debunk it. Bill Tetley for $1. J.R. Pence, $2. Thank you very much. Puzzlingly primitive, persistently pointless potato. Bill Tetley, $2. Thank you very much. Again, trying to smash that super chat goal straight away.
It's the same with flat Earth. So, that's my journey. And then so as soon as I realized the Earth is flat, and then I went out and tested it. I went out, I bought a $1,000 super zoom camera, tripod, went down to the beach. I actually had a perfect day, and I could zoom in on a buoy over 10 miles away. That doesn't seem.
I'm going to call that a lie, because that's not testing it. And we know it's not testing it because he didn't do any kind of analysis or refractive calculations, or we got no proof of it, frankly. But whenever any flat earther says they've tested it, 5, not 4, 10. When any ever flat earther says they tested something, it is actually a lie. And Bill Tetley, thank you very much. I made these super chat goals far too easy for you guys, don't I?
Seem like far, except 10 miles. There should be 60 plus feet of curvature. 60. And I can see the buoy and the water beyond the buoy. And then I said, okay, wait a minute. The curvature calculator is wrong. And I went to the debunking sites, and they're like, oh, no, you share the curve. You're halfway down, and it's halfway down. I'm like, that's stupid. That's stupid, but I'll give it to you. I'll cut it in half, 30 feet of curvature. And I went to the debunking sites, and they're like, oh, no, you share the curve. You're halfway down, and it's halfway down. I'm like, that's stupid.
No debunking sites say you share the curve, you're halfway down, and it's halfway down. So that's definitely a lie. Like, he's making up straw men that he can tell this guy to make it sound more plausible.
That's stupid, but I'll give it to you. I'll cut it in half. 30 feet of curvature. I can see the surface of the water beyond the buoy that I shouldn't be able to see. That's a problem, right? So then once I realized, okay, we're not on a globe, Earth is flat, I said, I can't talk about, this is like,
yeah, and it's not called a buoy.
Said, I don't want to talk about this on the podcast because we're going to lose all our listeners. That's the first and only time I thought listeners over truth, okay? I was like, we built this podcast up, and I'm like,
well, that's a lie. Him saying it's the first time he's thought that, it is a lie. Possible buffering happening. Give me a second. YouTube's doing its thing. Or, well, Starlink is, actually. Gary IOW was doing a GoFundMe for my to get me out of Starlink. Feel free to post the link for that, my friend. Dihydrogen monoxide for £1 and Peck for $2 says Antarctica doesn't actually exist, brah. All fake. That's a secret. Get the fuck out. Oh, I do have facepalm protection. I've got it here waiting, but I now need to do 40 push-ups because I made it far too easy again. Yeah, it's a mess in here. I need to tidy up. Sorry. I'm actually quite sore because I already did like 120 at the gym today. This is because I love you guys. It's 35. There we go. Whew. Yay. I'll be honest with you, press-ups are kind of cheating for me now. Push-ups, press-ups, because when I started doing the push-ups, I was a big old fatty. So they were like weighted, but now I don't have the weight, so they're like so easy. Ah. All right, let's check on tune. 2 secs. $40 minutes late now. Okay, Gary IOW is posting the link to my GoFundMe for getting out of my Starlink. £181 at the moment out of 1,000. All right, tune is still 20 minutes away. Right. Right. So this time I'm going to do teal or higher push-ups for the same goal. Pardon me.
I'm going to just, but then one day later, I'm like, now I'm talking about it. And for the next year, we did a lot of that stuff. And then finally the podcast blew up. And I started the Flat Earth podcast.
Smash buttons. I don't need exactly 1K. I need about £800. It's like 830 or something. That's to pay for like the equipment and stuff, because that was like you get the equipment free and then you pay for the Starlink monthly.
And it was the only podcast talking about Flat Earth, and that went viral also. It was amazing. And so here I am talking to you today. You know, I'm just finishing with who I am.
And we're back. Screw you, Elon.
Company, turned it into commercial company, left there, started my own company with a couple partners. And then my truth journey was interfering with my business journey. But I had everything I wanted, everything, the American dream. I was an entrepreneur. I had my own business. I had lots of free time. I was making more money than I ever thought. And then on the other side, I have my truth thing, which is totally distracting me. And my partners are like, you got to make a decision. And basically they threw me out. Well, one of them threw me out, but I made the decision to leave. They couldn't throw me out.
I'm going to call all of that a lie, right? Absolutely 100% a lie. No way would somebody give up what he's described as a 6-figure job to follow Flat Earth. I think he was so stupid and bad at his job, he got fired and then needed this as a grift.
So I made the decision to leave and leave all of that on the table. Thank God my father had passed away years before, because he would have talked me out of it. And here I am talking to you because this is the greatest decision I ever made. Because waking up the world to the truth is this is what the journey you're on. I mean, you want to wake people up to something that they don't want to look at. It's the same thing here. It's the same exact thing.
Do you think that people don't want to talk about it because they are fearful of being sound crazy? And let me give you an example. I came from...
well, they are crazy, JJ Carroll. Anything that a flat earther says is batshit fucking crazy.
Church last weekend and had some friends. We all gathered outside in the courtyard of the school. It's a Catholic school tied to the church. And this one guy is wonderful. He's a businessman like you were, and he's very calm. And I leaned over and I said, "Hey, I'm going to interview this guy about the flat earth." And I whispered it. And I know, and I don't talk like that. I whispered, and he looks at me and he looks at his wife. He goes, and he cups his hand and he goes, his wife, Laura, I think Laura believes that. And I look at Laura and I say kind of louder, "Do you believe in flat earth?" And she goes, "Flat earth, 100%. And I'm like, holy cow. And then everyone around us is like, yeah, you can see him nodding. Yeah. But it's almost...
Right. Okay. So everyone you know is fucking stupid is what you're saying. I get it. Right. Okay, cool. Surrounded by idiots. Makes perfect sense.
As if we needed the okay amongst our peer group to say, let's talk about it. Do you find that quite a bit?
Oh, well, I used to be like that, but now I get recognized in airports and all over the place.
Hey,
people are like, "Fuck Dave," and which I don't care about the. I guess you can call that fame or popularity, right? Whatever. I use it as a bench.
Yes, you do, Dave. You absolutely do, because you push your app to make you money and make your name out there all of the time. So I'm going to say that's a fucking lie. Right, so at the moment, let's have a look. We're 17 minutes into the show right now that he's on, and he's told 9 lies, right? So we're about 0.5-ish lies per minute at the moment. That probably will go up. Flerf calculus limit, X is not 0. IQ equals dearth. Yes, that doesn't count towards the goal because I've made this one's teal because I don't want to do another 40 push-ups. Although you can force me to because I've put the goal there. But remember, if you're going to send a super chat, make it worthwhile. You can make me say whatever you want. Any of the words that are in your crazy head, I will say for you.
Benchmark. Like, I hope everybody knows who I am. Everybody. Because when everyone wakes up to flat earth, this entire world is going to change. When I used to wake up people, I called it exposing the big 3. New York, that September day, Boston, Marathon Day, and the beachy school in Connecticut. And I was like, I can show people.
So you're just a bona fide piece of shit. People die, like hundreds, thousands of people died in those 3 events. You can say September 11th, it's fine. Because that's what you're talking about. You're trying to say 9/11 was some kind of inside job and shit because you're a fucking idiot. But it's disgusting. The Boston Marathon thing, like, people died there. You are a horrific human being, Dave. You don't get a lie counter for that. You just get me going, fuck you, cunt. Admiral Snappy Turtle says FTFE is still awesome, even after his vacation. I didn't lose any awesome there. I promise you.
people that these are complete and total garbage events, they're going to wake up, but people will see it and then they just go right back to sleep. When you wake up to flat Earth, there is not a day in your life that you don't think about flat Earth before your feet touch the floor when you're getting out of bed in the morning. Every single day. It's in your mind. You're like, we're not spinning. We're not flying through the cosmos. I mean, the idea that, you know, that we're on a spinning ball. This is a balloon, 127,000 feet. The Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour below it. Okay.
No, the Earth is not spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. We've explained this because that is impossible. You cannot spin in miles per hour. And there's no reason why the Earth would be spinning underneath the balloon because, you know, the balloon is actually using the atmosphere to be up there. So we're going to give you a lie for that, Dave. In fact, that's 2 lies in 1. So that goes up to 11 lies. Caucasian Sensation for $10 says, Dave in a nutshell. I'm too lazy to get an education, too stupid to realise it, bold enough to call BS on things I know nothing about, and clever enough to trick people into paying me for nonsense. Yeah, well, looking forward to the lawsuit. NA, who's been a member for 56 months using their membership message. Thank you very much, my friend. And then he gifts 10 memberships. Dude, that is so kind. I really appreciate it. That's 20 new members during the stream. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. But you can make me do push-ups with super chats and make me say stupid things as well.
1,000 miles an hour to the east, right? It's spinning to the east, right? So we're disconnected from the Earth. The Earth is spinning to the east. That balloon should be...
Yeah, guys, I remember recently when I was on the plane going to Tenerife, right? I stood up and went to go to the toilet, and I thought, I'm just going to jump. And as I jumped, I became disconnected from the plane, and I slammed into the back of the plane at 750 miles an hour. Because that would happen, right? What do you mean no? What do you mean conservation of momentum's right? So you're just saying that Dave's a fucking idiot? Yes, I agree. Brandon Contreras for $5 says, this is why I say flat Earth is the bottom of the barrel conspiracy. Once you believe it, everything else becomes false by proxy. Yeah, it's like a gateway conspiracy. To believe flat Earth, everyone's lying to you, and if everyone's lying to you, every conspiracy is true. Judge Rightly for $5 says, so what Dirth is saying is that he's obsessed with the idea that the Earth is flat and motionless, and it's living rent-free in his head. Well, to be fair, there's a lot of empty space in his head that, frankly, should be given rent-free. Although it's dark and damp and smells slightly like cat wee.
It's up there for 3.5 hours. It should be.
Yeah, all right, Mr. Toffees. I didn't jump. I hopped. Okay.
3,000 miles to the west, but it actually landed east of where it took off. How does that happen? How does that happen? Right. And the problem with this is people are not taught to think. They're taught to memorize and regurgitate. Become a professor. You got a textbook, and let's say everything in the textbook is garbage. Doesn't matter. If you can memorize and regurgitate it, you get to teach the garbage to the next generation. Right? If you question it, like JJ goes, that doesn't make any sense. You're not going to get an A, and you're not going to become a professor. So people say, where's your degree? My degree is in common sense. My degree is not in memorization and regurgitation.
Well, yeah, that's not a degree. And you are talking exactly, Dave, like someone who has never, ever got to any kind of higher education, which makes perfect sense because only idiots like you talk like that. It is a lie to say that teachers are just give you to regurgitate. We've told you that's a lie, so you get an extra lie counter. One sec.
Well, let me be. God, Dave, there's so much freaking questions I have, but I think this is important for us to have this pre-conversation, if you will, before we go into the nuts and bolts of what you believe, because I believe that the story of who you are and what you're doing is as fascinating to me as the flat Earth. And I let me make this one statement before I go on further. You said once you begin to learn the Earth is flat, you will think about it all the time. Damn it if you're not 100% true, because I've only been doing it for about 90 days, and I think about it every single day. Every single day I look up at the clouds and I think, damn, is this a flat Earth or are we a globe? is this a flat Earth or are we a globe? Every single day. And I
Well, then you're a fucking idiot, my friend. Because it's not flat. It's a globe. Anyone who has passed basic junior school physics can understand that the Earth's a fucking globe.
I think, am I going crazy? And you and I talked about this briefly before coming on. Almost the same way is when Ryan, Matt, and I did What is Trees and Traffic, and then when I talk about the open borders and I talk about NGOs and USAID and how the federal government funded them through government when the federal government
I don't want to hear this
yet no
conspiracy
one
twats.
propaganda America child pornography. That people, they believe that the Earth is
It's easier to convince somebody what I'm trying to say. It's easier to convince somebody they've been lied to than I just completely they've been lied.
there's a significant percentage.
Oh, there you go. It's easier to fool them to
Thank
convince
you. That do you feel people don't?
You know, people don't want to change. Change is hard. Change with the flat Earth.
Let's get
you
your
have to
lies, Dave.
You don't have a foundation. You're spinning out of control, flying through a galaxy. This is where you live. You're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, right? The Earth is spinning at 1,000 miles an hour in a curved trajectory. That's not a straight line. That's a curve. Go in a car 1,000 miles.
I mean, that graphic's a lie. We've told him that graphic's a lie. So for that, he gets another lie. Rick for $2 says, if you question it, they answer the question, for fuck's sake. Laro says, everyone for every membership Kreg will stream for an extra 1 hour. No, I won't. Not today. If we meet this super chat goal, I will make this a 3-hour stream instead of a 2-hour one, though. Because I'm sure he's going to join at some point.
Miles an hour. No problem. Take a turn. You're going to feel it, right? So you're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. You're orbiting at 66,000 miles an hour. You can't even fathom that number. 66,000.
No, Dave, we can fathom it. We're not afraid of big numbers like you. Big numbers don't worry us the same way that they clearly make you cry before you go to bed at night.
You can't even fathom that speed, and then you're chasing the sun at 500,000 miles per hour, never to return to where you were before, but none of the stars ever change. You don't feel any.
That's a lie. We've told you that the stars change. mctoon.net/Polaris. It shows that the fucking stars change because they've recorded it. So 23 minutes in, and he's at 14 lies. Right, so he's actually gone up to about 0.7 lies per minute. 0.65 lies per minute. So he's getting up there. Jim Daniels became a member. Welcome to Fighters. Thank you very much.
Any of that. This is what you have to believe. Be the lie. Be live. Believe. And this is a place of fear, a place of insignificance, right? There's no atheist in flat Earth. Now people go, flat Earth is a religious thing. You know, you have to be religious. I'm embarrassed to say it. I was an atheist, if you will.
Yeah, you have to believe in magic to think that the Earth is flat. You're right. And you're just stupid, Dave. It's quite clear that not only is flat Earth a religion, but a cult. Dihydrogen monoxide for £5 says, amateur meteorologist here. I guess I'm fucking lying according to Dave. Never mind my observations of Coriolis and actual professionals. Well, clearly you're fucking lying.
Well, before I discovered flat Earth, I believed in science. I believed in the Big Bang. I didn't really believe in God. Or maybe you could say I was a little spiritual. But then when I discovered that we live in an intelligently designed system, I have no choice but to understand that there's a creator. So once you see flat Earth, you can't unsee creation.
Right. Here's the thing with the whole, oh, it's a creator, blah, blah, blah. That's how cavemen thought, right? People hundreds of thousands of years ago knew nothing. So they needed an explanation for what were the twinkly things in the sky? Oh, it must be a god. Because that was the only explanation they had. But now, we aren't fucking morons. Well, I mean, some of us aren't fucking morons. You clearly are. we're smart enough, well, not you, Dave, but humanity in general is smart enough to know what those twinkly things in the sky are now, without having to resort to magic sky daddy, make it happen.
Okay, let's dive into that. Before, I think this is one of the major questions. I have two major questions. Actually, I have thousands, but two that are standing out in my mind. One is, do you find biblical references to this? And I want to keep going down that journey where you became a believer in God because of flat Earth. Why? Is religion tied to it in some way? Is it proven in the Bible? And why do you believe there's creative? Let's say, don't even want to believe in God, a supreme creator, someone of divine intelligence and ability.
Yeah. So
No, because when the Bible was written, the people that wrote the Bible hadn't ever been outside their fucking area. They had no clue about the shape of the earth. Plus, God's not real, so nah.
if you're walking in the middle, let's say your first day on Earth, you know nothing. You just dropped here in the middle of the Amazon and you're walking, and you walk up to a 100-story skyscraper building. Do you believe there's a builder, or do you know there's a builder?
You know right? You have to know that somebody built that.
Right. There's a verse in the Bible that says something like, I think it's Romans something, that once you see my creation, you can no longer deny my existence. And that's the truth. Once you see creation, that's why the evil ones, and they are evil beyond what even you and I realize, they want to destroy God. They want to replace.
He's talking about me, guys. He thinks I'm evil. Yes. So I'm not evil. I've just been, I've been taken over by these muscles on my arms. They're controlling me now. I've actually got like permanent veins and stuff now. I'm getting vascular.
God. And so they want you to believe that we came from a big bang. Once upon a time, there was nothing. It exploded, became everything. And then all the rocks came together and all the gases turned into gas balls in a space.
I'm going to give him a lie there because we've explained to him also that that's not what the Big Bang is. There was no explosion. So Davy Boy goes up to 15. We haven't really got into his presentation yet. That's the crazy thing.
Space vacuum, which defies natural.
NA for $6.66 says, I'm not going to make you do anything. I just need a link where YouTube doesn't take a huge cut, my friend. NA, if you would like to donate without YouTube taking any, then paypal.me/FTFE is the ideal place to do that in. And I would very much appreciate it. I'll give you the link here. Now, guys, I really do appreciate all the donations, all the super chats, the memberships. It means the absolute world. But just remember, you don't have to do that to watch my stuff. I really appreciate it when you do, and it really helps me. But I just hope you enjoy being here. But also, while you're there, fucking super chat me, you fucking cheap ass cunts. Come on. Kidding. Love you all. Not you, Gary. Shut up.
The law, and then lightning struck and created an amoeba, and that amoeba turned into a fish, and it grew legs. It climbed out of the pond, found another sexy fish, and had a monkey, and that monkey had a human. That's what they want.
He's gonna get 4 lies for that because they were all lies about evolution. Straight up to 19. Which means we are now at, we're about 0.75 lies per minute.
Want you to believe.
Okay. Oh God, that's so perfect. You know, and I love this quote.
And you know what? Borg Emporio is right. There's 350 of you watching. Why is there only 80 likes? Smash that like button or Daniel Pratt's coming to your house.
It takes more faith to believe in nothing. Everything came from nothing versus our belief of, well, somebody created this. Oh no, you're crazy. You're crazy. Yeah, you're right. A fish turned into a monkey, turned into a human. Boom, there we are.
Yeah, and right now, like my eyes, right? I'm wearing glasses.
Well, he's talking to a fucking idiot, clearly. No, that's not what evolution is. That's not what Big Bang is. That's a bunch of straw men. And if you're stupid, then, Flat Earth is probably in your future because, you're not stupid because you're a flat earther. You're a flat earther because you're stupid. Clarence AS2 says for £2, sorry, I don't do super chats. Clarence, I'm sorry, my friend, I didn't hear you there. You're going to have to super chat louder. You need to put a higher number. I didn't, not sure what you said, mate.
glasses today because my eyes are just tired. I'm looking at you. I can see you here. I can have a window here. I have trees, and then behind that, I can see clouds and sun. I could perceive all those distances, colors, shadows. I can sense all this stuff's going on, and that's all just random mutations from an amoeba, right? My eyes developed to be able to do all of that, right?
Well, not exactly, Dave, but over time, certain cells learn to react to light, right? And we can see this in fish that lives deep down in the ocean. Evolution hasn't forced them to develop as complicated eyes as us, because there isn't as much light for them to actually see us. They have other ways, but they have things that do the same job as eyes, i.e. react to photons of light hitting it. And you can see how evolution could go from one to the other. If having cells that react to light and allow us to perceive the world around us is an evolutionary advantage, then that's going to pass on in the genes. Why am I trying to explain fucking evolution to actual monkeys? Oh shit, I'm sorry to monkeys. Bob for £10 says, $10 says, where can I donate to YouTube without Kreg taking 70% of his cut? Icy Spin 199 says, by the way, where the hell's Siggy? I haven't seen Siggy in ages. Vanished. Monkey Cat Pat Pat for $2. What do I get I were to super chat? What do I get I were to super chat? Yes, you do get to were super chat.
Our eyes are proof of creation. Our body,
Yes.
everything is proof of creation. And we can get more into that. But the Bible is probably one of the most accurate historic books ever. You know, the earth takes shape like clay under a seal. This is the flat earth.
Yes, guys, the Bible is a accurate book. Remember how the Bible says that, a burning bush talked, and a snake talked, and a flood wiped out all of humanity, and they managed to fit two of each creature on a wooden boat, and the sun stood still. Yeah, the Bible's a fucking accurate book, right?
Right? Water needs containment. So we have a shoreline of our world, which people call the ice wall, right? And then Werner von Braun, who's the Nazi scientist who took over NASA, on his gravestone, all it says is Psalm 19:1, which reads, the heavens declare the glory of God and the firmament showeth his handiwork. Why does...
Yeah, we've been through that. He thought the expanse of space was gorgeous. Thank you very much, NA. I appreciate that, mate, quite a lot.
Our rocket scientist that runs NASA talk about the firmament? Why is that all it says on his gravestone? Right? There's over 200 verses in the Bible that that talk about a stationary earth. None talk about a ball. And the Bible literates look about and go, what about Isaiah? It says the circle of the earth. Look up the definition of a circle. A circle is a line on a flat plane where all the points are equidistant from a center point.
Yeah, well, they didn't really have a differentiation between circle and sphere. Plus, you hold a sphere up, it looks like a circle. JSS Tiger, $10. If you live with Dave Weiss for a long time, the brain devolves into caveman state. Why are you being so fucking mean to cavemen?
And later in the Bible, they talk about spheres, right? Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him. Right? How could on a globe every eye see him? Now, again, this isn't proof. This is just lines up with a flat Earth. There's so many things. I created an app because of the YouTube censorship. I created this app. I first created it for myself just so I could show people how this.
Well, there's a lie. I created this app for myself. No, you didn't. You created it to scam money off of people. Right, that takes us up to 20 lies. 20 lies in 28 minutes.
The sun goes around, it makes a circle, makes our inner loop. We can go over this more in a minute.
Yeah.
It has all the videos that you can't find on it. It has a daily video. And I give people a challenge. I have a 3 Bitcoin challenge, right? It was 1 Bitcoin when Bitcoin was like 20 grand, but then Bitcoin dropped down. So I changed it to 3 and I never changed it back. So now it's 3 Bitcoins, which is
right, the whole Bitcoin challenge, that's a lie, because he owes people these Bitcoins, And he knows he does. He owes me the Bitcoin. He owes Toon the Bitcoin. He owns Dave McKeegan the Bitcoin. He owns Critical Think the Bitcoin. He owes a lot of people a lot of Bitcoin. Dihydrogen monoxide for £2 says, there are 6 stages of dementia. DIRTHs on stage 7.
It's over $300,000 now, but I'm not worried about losing my Bitcoins because Earth isn't a globe. And the challenge is watch the daily video every day for 2 weeks. And at the end of that 2 weeks, if you can give me one proof that's exclusive to a globe, you win the 3 Bitcoins. It's simple. But there's none. There's none. There's so many proofs for flat Earth, and there's none for globe Earth. But the globe trolls, the ones that are either satanically possessed or paid, I don't know.
What? Which am I, guys? Listen to what he says there.
For globe Earth, but the globe trolls, the ones that are either satanically possessed or paid, I don't know if there's much of a difference.
Am I satanically possessed or am I paid, guys? Let me know in the chat. And also, he gets another live for saying that he would pay for the Bitcoin if you do that. So, yeah. Yeah, lots of lies. Oh, yeah, you're right. No proof for globe Earth. That's a lie. So, we'll take that up to 23.
They'll say there's no proof of flat Earth. I'm going to show you proofs today. I'm going to show you plenty of proofs today, and there's plenty more. But on here is a frequently asked questions page.
No, he's not. He's not going to show lies, and there isn't plenty more. So that's 25.
And you could be like, hey, what about satellites and GPS? What about eclipses? Where does the sun go? These are all, there's hundreds and hundreds of videos in here that Google will not let you see. But I was bringing this up because there's a biblical section right here. And these are all biblical channels and videos, amazing stuff, right? This is a great compilation here, Biblical Flat Earth. There's just amazing stuff. Marty Leeds does a biblical church service every Sunday live on YouTube, and you can watch it right there.
Well, where do you get to? What's your app name?
The app name is called
The app name is called Scammy Leak. Data free hair passwords in plain sight.com. NA, the fucking awesome cunt that they are, gifted 5 memberships. Thank you very much, my friend. I really appreciate it. Fuck you, Ashton. You're not getting one. I keep flashing OBS. Actually, it's not OBS. It's my vMix, but because I monitor down at the moment, so I am sharing screens between stuff.
It's long. Flat Earth, Sun, Moon, and Zodiac Clock app, but don't remember that. The only thing you have to remember about me is flatearthdave.com. Flatearthdave.com.
Oh, okay.
Just go there, and the link. There's a big banner at the top. Click it. App Store or Google Play Store. It's just available there now. I'm working on a computer version, but it's just for for smartphones and tablets.
He's working on a computer version of the app. Well, he hasn't fixed the fucking mobile version yet. JSS Tiger for $2 says, I'm your NASA boss. Do not admit we're paying you. It's going to take a bigger super chat to stop me admitting that, I'm afraid. Just saying.
So it's mind blowing. But the other thing I want to show you before I forget, on here I have all sorts of stuff. I have a friend finder. So this shows me. This is going to show me all of the other users,
which you don't need. You have to pay extra in the app for that, or not. You can just go to the website where it's all just available because he's shit at having security on the app.
In my area, right? These are the other people that have my app, and I could click on one of them. I could look at their profile. I could send them a message. I can organize meetups. I could show you worldwide. People like Flat Earth is dying. There's a mass exodus from Flat Earth, right? There's nobody leaving Flat Earth. I mean, you could say there's 10 people.
There's nobody leaving Flat Earth. Well, there's a lie. In fact, you know what? I'm going to give him a lie for Jaren. For Patricia Steer, for Rob Davidson, right, for that he gets 8 lies for people that I definitely know for sure, right? Gary OW says his app uses globe maths. Just show him that and claim your Bitcoin. Yeah, he doesn't have Bitcoin. He's a liar.
People that have changed their stance over the last 5 years, but there's hundreds of people a day running. These are the people just here on the
Dave.
Yeah, these are the people just on the East Coast that have it, and it's not just America. Here in the UK, look at the UK, crazy.
Wow.
And these are just. And now I think that my app represents less than 1% of the flat earthers out there, because there's so many people that.
Well, his app is actually lying, by the way, because there's not that many people. It could be each one of those dots represents where his app has been turned on, regardless of how many users there is. So he's lying. So we're going to give him another lie.
I've never even heard of Flat Earth Dave.
Now, Dave, let's stay on that on the Bible just for a second.
Yeah.
Talk to our audience of what if someone's not a big Bible reader, what is God talking about when the firmament? What is he talking? What is it what is a firmament?
The firmament, it says on page 1.
The firmament is the expanse of space. It's not a solid dome. The word Rakia does not mean solid dome. It means expanse. So whatever Dave says here, it's about to be a lie.
The Bible, God separated the waters from the waters and created the firmament. So we believe that I believe that space above us is literally water. You listen to NASA, everything is nautical terms. The Sea of Tranquility, ships, docking, it's all nautical terms. So there's a lot to that. But the firmament is what holds up those waters. Now, what's it made out of? In the Bible, it says it's made out of a crystalline molten glass. I don't know if that's true. It might be.
No, the Bible doesn't say that the firmament is made out of crystalline molten glass.
It's definitely held up by air pressure, or that's something that holds it up. But again, anything that where we can't reach or can't travel to is speculation. We don't need to speculate to prove the Earth is flat. That's easy. But on the Bible page on the app, there's a video called 200 Biblical Proofs. Just start listening. You can't lose on the page, on the one that says Biblical Flat Earth. This one right here. One of the top videos there. It's only 7 minutes long. It's by my podcast partner Matt Long, who he made a video called "Dear Pastor," seven or 8 minutes, something like that. And it's a pitch to pastors, showing them that they need to look into flat Earth. It's so good. I watch it again and again and again. It's really, really.
Every single pastor I've ever spoken to laughs about the facts of flat Earth. RachBot for $5 says, need to go AFK, do my bot chores. I still be listening. By the way, you look fantastic. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. And I'll be a little bit vain. I like how I look right now. I've worked very hard to get extremely slim and get fit. And I feel happy with myself. And it is the best thing ever to prepare for the amputation that is fast approaching. Right, what we're going to do, I don't think Toon is turning up today. I guess they're busy. Maybe that they can join tomorrow instead, because I was going to end this stream in about 15 minutes. And then we're going to continue tomorrow and see if we can finish getting through DIRTHs lives. Because I have to pause it so often. This is a 2-hour video of DIRTHs. We're half hour in, right? And then he's now got up to... Well, he's up to 1.01 lives per minute at this point. So we're going to go for another 15 minutes. And then we shut down and we continue tomorrow. And I want to say thank you very much, guys. I've had great fun. I've missed you all a lot. But lots and lots and lots of fun to come over the next couple of weeks, believe me.
Really good. And, the only way that you don't know about flat Earth is if your ego is this big and you refuse to look. If and JJ,
I agree.
You were that guy. You didn't look. Ryan said,
in fact, I was arrogant. My wife told me about this years ago. You know what I told her? Don't ever say that to me again. People will think you're crazy. That's a quote. That's what I told my wife. She reminded me the other day, and I go, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, let me ask you a question from a biblical perspective. Does flat Earth make you believe in God more, and why, versus a globe?
Well, does flat Earth make me believe in God? Flat Earth forces me to understand that there's a creator. And here's where I come from. I used to be listening to, researching.
So flat Earth makes you be dumber, basically, is what you're saying. Yeah, we get it. We really do. All right, Toon's about to come in now. Hello. I can't hear you. Speak. No. Why is that was literally working just before you came in. Hold on. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Right now. And I'm echoing in my own ears for some reason.
Oh. All right, you won't believe what happened.
I told them that you hid the bodies.
I did, but so we're fine. But you know what? I'm sorry. So I'm down at the local restaurant with a friend. I hadn't seen him for I hadn't seen him since Saturday. But before that, I hadn't seen him in a little bit. Anyway, we went to eat. On the way back, we got attacked by some flat Earth ninjas. They put bags. They put bags over our heads, and they threw us in the back of the flatmobile. And of course, it had a flat tire. So what didn't go very fast. And then you know what they were using for navigation? They were using Flat Earth Dave's app, so they got lost.
Oh no!
And they're like, "Hey, I need help. Can you help me? Help us get." I'm like, "Oh, fine. Take off the right." and I'm like, "Okay, I'll help you get back to your mommy's house." So yeah, I did. I brought them back to their mommy's house. They got grounded. You know, their mom is like, "Oh, I can't believe it. I didn't lock the bedroom door." So that's what happened.
Oh no, it's a shame.
Yeah.
I mean, flat earthers in the wild are just they're going to cause problems. You know,
I know it.
You know, flat earthers in the wild are the reason why a bag of peanuts says warning may contain peanuts.
It's also the reason why Walmart now locks up crayons.
So I've been. Oh wait, one sec. Can you still hear me?
Yes.
Speak again for me.
Yes, I'm speaking.
Yeah, good. Right, it's coming. Right, I just had to change it so I wasn't echoing in my ears. I've been going through Dave Weiss's recent video. He's found another conspiratard, a guy called J.J. Carroll, whose main thing is saying that Boston Marathon and Sandy Hooks and 9/11 were hoax and things like that.
Oh, so an evil person.
Yes, an evil person. Yes. Which is one of the things that Dave did beforehand, of course.
Oh, so Dave was an evil person before he was an evil person?
Yeah. Dave's podcast was originally about how no one died in these things because yeah. So and I've been trying to count the lies that he's telling during the stream.
That's a hard thing to do.
Yeah, no, we're 34 minutes in, and we're at 35 lies.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a bit less for a while, but mainly because the other guy spoke. As soon as Dave started talking, the lies, it went from like 0.5 lies a minute, and now it's above a lie a minute,
Above one, yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
I was gonna finish in about 10 minutes, and I thought that maybe you could, if you're free tomorrow, you could continue going through the lies with me.
Tomorrow is Ultimate Frisbee pickup game. So if anyone's interested, pickup game for Ultimate Frisbee tomorrow.
What's a pickup game?
That's just where everybody shows up and you just play whoever shows up.
Ah, right.
So it's a community like Ultimate Frisbee. So whoever wants to come, it's just at a local park. And so we have parents that play and kids that play and kids of parents and parents of kids and so.
Right. So basically, you were late today because a friend turned up and you had to have dinner. You know what? I did put in a complaint with HR. But I'll let them know that it's okay.
Yeah. He's a manager anyway, so it's like.
Oh shit.
Yeah, he's above Karen in HR.
Dihydrogen monoxide says for £5. He said earlier that anything we can't physically reach is speculation. Well, that's definitely a lie. Okay, yeah, they'd let me know if I miss any, so I just need to turn that up to now 36.
So we can only speculate that Dave Weiss has a brain.
Well, there definitely is no evidence of that. 100%.
We would need evidence, and that's lacking. So did you see the video that I put out yesterday?
Yes.
On Dave.
Yes.
I mean, he's in trouble.
A little bit.
Because he very clearly stated the criteria.
Yeah. Right. And that actually means that he definitely owes me the Bitcoin and you, and Dave McKeegan, and Simon Dan, Ranty, Conspiracy Cats, Critical Think,
So,
Jeranism.
As a bonus, in the video that went out today on my MC Toon live channel, it's an 11.5-hour video of the flight from Sydney to Santiago, uncut. But thanks to Landry, you know Landry.
Yeah.
Landry, I gave him a collection of videos that had Dave saying his Bitcoin challenge. So I wrote some software to find them, to get like the approximate start and stop time and a little bit of buffer, and then output a clip from the original video. And so there was several hundred videos, and I gave them to Landry, and he chopped them all down, edited them all down into that series. So if anybody watches that, imagine the dedication from Landry.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Because he went through every one of those clips and got the beginning and ending of Dave saying whatever nonsense he was saying. He did the whole thing. So as he's doing it, he's sending me messages. He's like, "This is torture." But he did a great job. So in that video description, I put his email address if anybody's interested. If you need some video editing, he's pretty good.
One of the lies that Dave told during this so far is that there's no one leaving Flat Earth.
Oh dear.
You know,
wow.
After one of his best friends, you know, left Flat Earth. And I've found out some information here. Instead of fixing his app, what he's doing is making a desktop version.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
A desktop app?
He's announced that he's making a PC desktop version of his app.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's going to be even worse.
Yes.
Well, so the problem is that it's probably it'll just be the same website. So, you know, so what it is it's a PHP web app that has a front end that's the mobile app. So doing a desktop version isn't all that different. Because it's just going to do this, implement the same stuff. So all of the security holes that are on the server aren't touched, right? Like I could write a desktop app of his thing right now if I wanted, because the API is completely open and it's unprotected. So all of the features that are in there that are like, you need to pay for this feature, you don't need to pay for that feature.
That was one of the lies he told, that it's you know
that it's secure. Did he claim it was secure?
Oh, one of the lies he told is that you have to pay and then you get the friend finder and stuff. And I'm like, well, you can just go on the website. It's just there.
Yo, what? The friend finder's on the website?
Well, you can just, isn't there just a URL that you can just go to?
Oh,
yeah.
Not anymore.
Oh,
that I know of. So that the URL based one I think is currently patched, but there may be a way to get around. I just haven't looked. People like the people that were looking at it and just tore the thing apart. Like they're like, we played with it, we demolished it, and they're like, I'm not interested in it anymore because it's still broken. But what's the way to get to this one particular feature? I don't know. It'd take me time to look it up. I don't want to look it up.
Yep.
So
even though this Jay Carroll is a horrific human being, I'm going to attempt to get on his show and go through the lies that Dave told him, and then call him a scumbag to his face.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. NA says for $6.66, you look good, bud. Keep at it. My cousin got his leg. Never felt better last year. Wishing you the best. Yes. We're one step forward again. I now have the final appointment with the pain clinic, and then it's a psychiatry, and then it's someone gets a knife, I guess, and just stabs me in the leg or something. I don't know how surgery works.
Yeah. So as far as I know, you're handed a marker, and they're like, "Could you put an X on the one that we want to cut off?"
Right.
Make sure you get that right.
Okay, so X on the leg to keep.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm just going to write on my good leg, I will sue you.
if you don't remove this leg.
Wicked Piss has been a member for 7 months. Says Dirth is a rotting spud. Don't we mean to rotten spuds? That's not kind. Icy Spin 199 says, Craig, can you show us your toon tat yet? Not yet, because this one isn't finished yet. My tattoo artist is a very, very busy man. The 27th I get stage 1 finished, and then I have the toon and Rubik's bit to add. Mission Apparition Para, member for 41 months, says, Lucy escaped last week and was on Pointless, dude. You're not the first person to say that to me. Dihydrogen Monoxide for £2 says, could Dirth get sued for not paying the Bitcoin? Haha.
Yes.
Will Duffy's looking into that.
So in my video yesterday, I said all we need is a lawyer that can litigate this in Connecticut that's interested in a slice of $650,000. So
yeah,
I'm sure there's no shortage of lawyers that would be happy to get a slice of $650,000.
Oh, I reckon.
Just waiting to see if I know this guy, he's a good one that's going to do this, that does this kind of thing, and sends that to Critical Think. I don't know, maybe Critical Think's already got some lawyers that have messaged him.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Well, Craig and Toon Show is usually a 90-minute show, and it has been 90 minutes, and Toon turned up for 10 minutes of it. I'm going to stop the show for tonight because I have gym in the morning and stuff, but I'll be back tomorrow. I'm going to continue this video.
Wait, who's Jim, and why do you have him in the morning?
I've kidnapped him. I've got to feed him.
Oh, okay, good idea.
Yeah, if I don't, they're going to find out, and the smell
don't leave
starts.
him in the basement like you did with the original Dave McKee.
There's not a basement in this house, so I've just had to create a murder room. Yeah,
got it. Good call.
Yeah, it's basically this room. When in fact, he's just over there. Shh, Jim, bloody hell. Yeah, I'll continue tomorrow and see if we can figure out how many more lies Dave can tell in the space of 2 hours. Toon, what's your prediction?
Well, he'll probably step it up, won't he?
I reckon. Yeah, because he hasn't actually got to presenting his script yet. They've just been going off on conspiracy tangents. And one of the first lies he told was, when I was at school, a teacher got a bucket and water and span it around and said, that's gravity.
Well, no, that could be. There have been teachers who aren't very savvy at science that have claimed that rotation causes gravity. I was told that as a kid.
Then he said the teacher showed him the notes from the curriculum that he had to teach. So,
there's no curriculum that says that.
No.
That's a lie.
I mean, I knew it was a lie straight away when he said, when I was at school.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, he never went to school.
Yeah.
Evil Producer 01 $5 says, Toon, I sent an ad I found for a P1000 aimed at Flerfs.
To what email address?
I have no idea.
mctoon@mctoon.net. I don't see anything recently, so maybe it could have been older. Was it older?
Not sure. We may have a Flerf tomorrow that wants to debate me as well. I've had a couple come on. On the 15th, I am on Sarah Raging Tomatoes' channel. Debating
what are you debating
God
there?
Evil. That'd be fun.
Okay. He's not. It's not. He's not.
The Flerf God is pretty evil.
Oh, Flerf God. Well, no. Flerf God is pathetic and weak.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, you don't want to watch my show on the 15th, Toon, okay?
I'm waiting for Evil Producer to unless it was maybe mctoon27@gmail.com.
Max will be starting a show just as I finish. He is over on his new channel. Max, feel free to post a link to the show you're about to be starting. Toon, thank you for turning up for the amount of time you did.
You're welcome. I'm going to charge you overtime.
Yeah, I wait, huh? What? I had a great time in Tenerife, and I did miss all of you. I even missed you, Toon.
You did not.
No, not at all. I will get tomorrow. I will tell you all the story of what happened when a drunk person tried to claim a seat, because that was fun. Emma's even got some of it on film, which is amazing.
Awesome.
I never got to use an armbar before. Oh, Toon, I'll speak to you later, buddy. Enjoy
All
your
right.
ultimate frisbee tomorrow.
All right, we'll see ya.
See you later, mate. Bye.
All right. Hold on. You got to do this.
Right. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate your support more than you will ever know. I'm still working on my new intros and outros. It's a completely new type of vibe and look for the channel. So look out for that coming very soon. New banners and everything as well. Tomorrow I'll continue this. Friday back to Star Trek. Probably still be doing this as well. Got some debates coming. New episodes of Flerfs Idiots with new style. Me sitting here talking to the camera. There's going to be a monitor over there that Pal will be on. A lot more simple, so I can hopefully pump out a bunch more videos. In the meantime, remember that stupidity is not a right.
Yo, listen up, this your boy DIRTHs in the his house. My plan so slick, gonna make your pockets dizz house. I got an app that's gonna change your life, but before you download, let me slice through the They say the Earth's a globe, but I beg to differ. I'll make you believe, I'll make you shiver. Spectroscopy needs a container, that's my claim. I've got no clue, I just hang my head in shame. Yo, listen up, it's your boy DIRTHs in the his house. That's the horse house. Got a plan so slick, gonna make your pockets dizz house. I got an app that's gonna change your life, but before you download, let me slice through the strife. They say the Earth's a globe, but I beg to differ. I'll make you believe, I'll make you shiver. Spectroscopy needs a container, that's my claim. I've got no clue, I just hang my head in shame. That's the light I'm preaching. Sell my app, it's what I'm seeking. Fake challenge, try your luck. While I'm laughing, pocketing a buck. I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
Flat Earth, that's the lie I'm preaching. Sell my app, it's what I'm seeking. Fake challenge, try your luck. While I'm laughing, pocketing a buck. I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
I'm a scammer.
Yo, Dave Weiss is a scammer. Talk about Antarctica, the icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go. It's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. I'm a scammer. Yo, Dave Weiss is a scammer. Talk about Antarctica, that icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go, it's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. Antarctica, that icy place. Offered a free trip, dangled it in my face, but I won't go, it's not about thrift. I'm staying home, gotta protect my grift. I'm a scammer. The scammer, I play the game. Gonna hustle hard, gonna rise to fame. But remember one thing, it's all a ploy. To make that green, I'll be your decoy. So if you wanna join, come take my hand. But beware the tricks, it's all planned. DIRTHs, that's my name. In the world of scams, I got the fame.
I'm a scammer.